what we have over here. So how do you guys deal with old data preventing refactoring? Can data prevent you refactoring? Let's see. I'm working on a rather complex company internal business app. It's always like that. Which has been in use for 15-ish years. Been there? Over time, the domain model has changed quite a bit. Example, former one-to-many relations being between entities are now one-to-one relations. Okay, so the model has changed, evolved over the time. You have old version and new version at the same time. Interesting. Our team really wants to refactor the code and database tables to better reflect the domain model. Makes sense. You want to do a cleanup. You want to be able to maintain, make it easier to refactor, to build new stuff. Understandable. But there is a business requirement to be able to read all the data for audits, for example. Makes sense. Absolutely. Refactoring would make it impossible to view all data. Would it? It really depends how you approach it. In theory, I cannot pronounce this word, so in theory, I can think of different ways of getting rid of the old data. You need to keep it, don't get rid of it. Okay. Make a database dump and save it somewhere safe, and possibly save the software version to read the data. That is good as long you don't have to mutate that data anymore. You need to keep just the old version and you'll be only reading. So the main problem you have, if that's the case, when you have to correlate the old data with the new data, you need to extract that old data and do some manipulation, transformation. But if you are not doing that too often, or if it's only read-only data, you can go this way. Yeah. Or serialize the data in something human readable like JSON. Large JSONs aren't really human readable, so does it really help you? It's just the format. It doesn't matter if there will be YML, JSON, BASIN, whatever else. Probably it's not solving the original problem you have over here, which is one shape of the data in the past and different currently. So let's see. I haven't done it through, and I don't know if there could be problems, pitfalls, of course. Of course, there may be many problems, especially, again, if you have to still operate on that data, if you have to mutate it, if you need to keep updating. I'll come back to that because the level of updating and the frequency will be massive factor over here. And have you ever done anything like that? And was it doable? Not too expensive? What are the real world examples? So any kind of rewrite and change of a model will be expensive. That will take a lot. Usually redoing things takes longer and more effort than doing that in the first place. First implementations are organic, they are spread over the time, and they're not blocking your pipeline, not blocking your business. And that's one of the things you have to consider in the beginning. How stale is that data? If it's just old data, you need to read only from time to time for some correlation. It's not actually used in any sensible way, and you can just leave it over there on a shelf. Go for that. That will be cheapest building your system. When you're building your system, you have to think, are we gonna block everyone? Is it easy to keep working on, or can business continue operating while you'll be rebuilding that? If not, then you need to plan for synchronization. What would be the cutoff point? And for this, especially if you're having a lot of changes, a lot of usage, you need to do adaptation over the time. I would strongly suggest to you to start writing in both formats. That will be massive duplication, but if you do something like that the old system is writing in the old format, and the new system can read the old format and save any subsequent change in some new field, new structure, new database, then these systems will be overlapping each other while you are doing transition. And then you can do transition by departments, by users, but some chunks of data. And only when you fully migrate outside of that initial user base, user case, then you stop writing to the old system, to the old structure. But because your new system was able to read the old data, then you can just continue and you have access to that old data. There are many ways to approach it. This one will require maybe some serialization. If it is, let's say, one massive JSON in one system, in one Mongo, and one massive JSON in the other, you can have some transformers which are jumping back and forth between the systems. That's the case I have with massive blob of text, which I want to translate into massive JSON and vice versa. Sometimes it will require something far more elaborate. There's one interesting practice which may be good for you or not. It's called event sourcing. Have a Google about that. In very short form, it works like Git, more or less. You have an initial state, and then you have incremental changes. You save original actions that are triggering some transformation, some mutation of your data. So, why it's good? At some point, you may have the same situation again. That's the problem with rewrites, that we keep evolving with the software, and you may have a situation that you figure out, no, this model doesn't work for me anymore, or I cannot store that in Mongo anymore. I need to move to Postgre or to Oracle, whatever. If you are event sourcing and you keep original transformations, you can write new script, new routines that are saving your actions as a latest state of your data, the same as you have with GitHub repository. So this way, you can replay everything from the back. So imagine you had this cutoff point and you replayed. So one way in your scenario you could approach that using event sourcing will be that you have still old system, but in a new structure, you create like baseline. This is like my last hardcode commit to my database. And then I start saving every next change aside. The good thing is once you start doing that, you can then create proper transition scripts, which will be, you have many situations, you have to roll back, you figure out you did something wrong, you made the wrong assumptions. But because you started saving original transformations, you can replay them from that moment in time. From this cutoff date, which can be today, you can go back in time and replay to the new format. Validate if everything is working for you. And if not, change and replay again. So that's the way I approach it. Most important things over here is not how you dump the data, how you store the data, is how easily the data has to be accessed, how often and how many people, how many transactions, how you're updating that data, how you're facilitating that data at the moment, and how much downtime you can actually allow your business. Because if you are running business and your developers are coming to you, they do want to massive rewrite that will stop everything for months. They just tell you yourself. And if you're interested in that topic, there's a video for you.